So they say nice guys finish last, and they say that for pretty good reason, because it's true. So there's a lot of guys who go about their whole life always putting others people first. And they do that for many different reasons. It's out of kindness and generosity, but it also could be out of seeking validation or believing it's virtuous to never be selfish. It's perfectly fine if you decide to live your life this way that, you know what, I'm going to live for others. I want to help others and I'm just going to always give, give, give. If that's your choice, completely good. The problem is most people living this way, they're not actively choosing it. They just are going about their life feeling a certain way and they just do it anyway without thinking. That's the thing. They're doing it without thinking. And the problem with doing that is, or really making any decision in your life without thinking, is you're not seeing the consequences of that way of life or those actions. And as a result, eventually later down the line, you will see it and it's going to be too late. So, what are the consequences of living for other people and not yourself? And the main one is it's going to be very difficult to achieve your goals. The reason that is because everyone has their own goals in mind. It could be something great like making $1 million, or it could be as simple as having a quick commute to work. So let's use that example. Say you're going to work, you're driving on the highway, and there's a lot of traffic. And the highway has two lanes and it's merging for one. Because, I don't know, it's a very small highway. Now, most people, they're going to want to get as far front as possible. You get save as much time as possible, even if it's just like 5 seconds. They don't want to be constantly cut off by others. And if you, for example, you are not so upfront and you're not going to put yourself first, it might take you some time to actually get in a spot into that one lane highway. And that's because everyone else is always going to put themselves first. And it's not going to be until someone comes along and either feels sympathy for you or is just considering the flow of traffic over their own benefit that you'll get in. And the hard truth is to get the things you want, you need to be a little pushy, especially on the tough things. And that's the hard truth that a lot of guys don't realize that they're just going about their life being the nice guy, never putting themselves first. They're doing things for other people and they're not considering themselves. And I'm not going to go into why that is, but you got to realize that living your life this way is not going to be congruent with some goals you have. Like if you want to have these great aspirations and destinies that you want to achieve, you need to be a little selfish or quite a bit selfish sometimes. And that's the truth with everyone who's been greatly successful. And I'm not just talking about celebrities, it's also, you know, having your own family, that's one. Where if you are raising your own family, you need to be selfish for your children. Make sure they succeed. That you're going to push everyone out of the way for the success of your child. And the reason why a lot of guys don't do this is one, because it's tough, but two, there's a risk of failure. Anytime you put yourself first, there's that risk of ostracization, alienation, isolation, because you're putting yourself above the society or the greater good anytime you do this. And that's never going to bode well. So if other people don't submit or get out of your way or allow you to do this, they will instead stand in your way, and that could hurt your positions in your life, either at work, in social groups, so on. And that's something you gotta keep in mind. That even though it is very fruitful if you succeed, there are dire consequences if you fail. I'm trying to make this video and it's hard to get my thoughts out right now, but I'm starting to realize that I think that's all I gotta say. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. Down the line, I'm gonna go down to why guys are have this attitude of putting others first and not having mental point of origin. But just a simple message I want to put out that if you have great big goals you want to achieve, you gotta be have a hint of selfishness, or more so. All right? See you guys around.